Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from Brussels. Welcome to this session for question and answers of the Info Day 2025 of Cluster 2 of Horizon Europe, focused on the destination innovative research on the European cultural heritage and cultural and creative industries. My name is Manuel Gomez. I am Policy Officer in DG for Education, Youth, Sport and Culture of the European Commission, and I am glad to be here accompanying you during the next hour for questions and answers. I'm happy that I am not alone. I am glad to be accompanied by my colleagues from DG Research and Innovation, Ricard Busch and Giuliana De Francesco, who are here with me today. And we have online our colleague Anna Maria Stan, who will be also replying to your questions. They are taking care of the difficult part of the session today. At this point, ideally, you should have watched the video that my colleague Ricard prepared, the interesting video explaining all the particularities of the topics of Destination 2 of Cluster 2 of Work Program 2025. He prepared a video, but if you didn't have the time to watch it, don't worry, because you will be able to watch it later after this session. As far as I know, maybe even some of you already provided some questions. I like to pass a very brief introductory message about the destination and the Cluster 2, but before that, maybe it's good that I give you orientation about how to raise your questions. We are using slido.com, the website slido.com, and I invite you to scan the QR code that you can see in the screen. Also in our website is available the QR code, and if you don't want or you cannot, you can also use the hashtag CL2InfoDay to raise your questions. When you raise your questions, please indicate the topic number. So for me, it's easy to identify the topics, and I can pass the questions to my colleagues who are specialized in one or other topic. So now let's focus for a couple minutes on the subject today, which is the Destination 2 of Cluster 2. As you heard earlier today in the presentations from the co-chairs, of the destination, culture is the foundation of our identity. It connects us as human beings. It can help us to have better health, better well-being, but it's also a contributor to a European economy, to prosperity and jobs and growth. And the Work Program 2025 of Cluster 2 contributes to all these aspects, and it does so by mobilizing the multidisciplinary expertise of the social sciences and humanities community, you who are attending today the info session, and addressing all these aspects, all these important aspects. The actions of Cluster 2, and particularly Destination 2, are in synergy with the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, the EIT, and particularly the Knowledge and Innovation Community, Culture and Creativity. Our actions also contribute to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, that at the end of the day is a message that probably could be said for all parts of Horizon Europe program. And at the end of the day, our actions, Destination 2 actions, are contributing to build a stronger society, a more participatory and crisis-resilient society. What is the structure of Destination 2? We have 9 topics of different nature, structured across 3 calls and 3 lines. The 3 lines of priority areas are green, digital, and innovative. The total budget of our topics is over 154 million euro. And I just conclude this quick intro, passing you, and I think I will even read the literal text of our work program and the expected impact of our proposals. The proposals submitted to the call, so your future proposals, should set out a credible pathway to ensure that the full potential of cultural heritage, arts, and cultural and creative industries and sectors as drivers of both sustainable innovation and a European sense of belonging is realized through a continuous engagement with society, citizens, and economic sectors. This is your leitmotif, your motivation, your expected impact of your proposals. So now my time is over in the introduction. It's time to pass to the important point, the important part of this session, which is to reply to your questions, and my 3 colleagues will be replying. So I am seeing already a few questions in the screen. So I see the first one highlighted. When will the project funded under the ECC, the cloud calls, closed in January 2025, be published so that their tools can be considered ECCH proposals due in September? And this is probably a question for probably Anna, because she's taking care of the cloud. Sorry, Ricard.
Yes, thank you very much for this good question, which gives an opportunity to explain this issue, which can be unclear, perhaps. As those of you who have followed the Cultural Heritage Cloud initiative know, as is written here in the last 2024 call closed in January, and right now the winning proposals are not yet known, and they will probably not be known until it is time to submit your proposals under this 2025 call. So you cannot count on knowing which are the winning proposals under this call. So it's as it is written in the call topic of the 2025 work program. In order to orient yourself and have an idea about what tools are being developed and will be put on the cloud platform, we recommend looking at the work programs, the calls topics of 2024 and 2023, because here the broad areas are defined. Exactly which projects will be winning, you will only know at a later stage. And this also gives me an opportunity to remind those working on a proposal for this call topic that you have to build in, or you should build in, a certain flexibility in your project so that you can adapt to the ongoing development of the cloud initiative, which is, as if you have followed this, it is happening in parallel with several different projects working in a coordinated way. So the new projects also have to foresee this capability to adapt and coordinate with the peer projects, and above all, the initiative, to say the leader of the initiative, the ECHOS project. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer, Ricard, and my excuses to the audience and to my colleagues because I addressed the question to the wrong person, probably because I couldn't see the topic numbers. So the second one, I think it's easier for me. If tools are missing for a specific use case not covered by the cloud-funded developments, can they be created within the innovative use case project? And I think we repeat the colleague in charge. Ricard, can you please clarify?
Thanks again. This is a very interesting question, this one. So let me try to clarify it like this. The purpose of the call topic that you are now have been published, that you are referring to, the 2025 call topic, is not to develop new tools. It is to test and use the platform with the tools that are already being put in place. But part of the task of new projects are to complement and fix, you could say, fix problems or do small improvements in order for these tools to work well together. So this question falls a little bit on, let's say, a gray zone. It should probably not be the main purpose of a proposal to develop a new tool, but it could be a consequence of project findings to say that maybe something to connect or something small that you could consider a tool need to be added to the cloud platform. And in that case, it would fall fully within the scope of this call topic. So the short answer is that it depends a little bit on the situation. I hope this clarifies a little bit, and if not, you're very welcome to come back with a written question in the Research Inquiry Service or contact your national contact point.
Thank you, Ricard. Third question of the session, and again, we remain with the cloud. For some who might wonder, my colleagues who are, let's say, highlighting the questions are using as a guidance the votes that you are placing in the platform, and we see that in 10 minutes there are questions already with 9 votes, like this third one, which is again on the cloud. How important is that members of the consortium are part of prior ECCH projects, ECHOS plus tools? How many partners from prior projects and how many new ones? Ricard, please.
Thank you. And this is actually an easy question. It is not important at all. it will not give any advantage to a proposal to have partners that are already part of the ECOS consortium or one of the tools projects. But it is also not a prohibition. So partners that participate in one of the other cloud projects are allowed to participate in new proposals, but it is absolutely not an advantage or a requirement of any sort. Thank you.
Thank you. Fourth question, and I am afraid it will be a no. Now is topic 03. So for the topic heritage 03 ECCH, so again the cloud, yes. What do you mean by use cases? Do projects have to make use of the ECOS tools, or can they propose theirs? How many demos? Again for the cloud. So again, please, Ricard.
Thanks again, and I'm happy to see this strong interest in this particular call topic and in the Cultural Heritage Cloud Initiative, which is one of our, you could say, flagship initiatives from the RTD and the Research and Innovation Policy of the European Commission. What we mean by use cases in the frame of this topic is real uses of the cloud platform and its tools. So it has to be something that not the project itself, but organizations will actually put in practice or have the intention to put in practice in order to produce something new in terms of maybe research, in terms of the work, improve work processes, produce something new that could not be possible or only with difficulties without the cloud platform. So this is the meaning in this sense of use cases. And I believe that the second part of this question, I believe I already addressed this in previously. Regarding the demos, there is no specific number specified, but I believe it is clearly written in the call topic, the criteria that you have to achieve. So it's up to the applicants to design your proposal in a way so that you credibly achieve these expected outcomes and what is specified in the scope of the call topic. So no specific number, but you should be sure that you achieve what you want to achieve. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricard. And now I think you can take a break, you can take a breath, and it will be another colleague replying to the question on Heritage 09, Ana Maria. The question is, how many areas are expected to be addressed? Can only mention one or more, but only one proposal will be funded. So what is the expectation? Topic heritage number nine. Anna, please, who is connected online.
Thank you for the question. And so this is a topic on the impacts of culture and arts on health and well-being. There are several topics proposed for applicants to choose, and they can choose one or several topics. The result will not depend on the number of topics chosen, but on the quality of the proposal. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So far, the questions we have addressed have gathered 9-10 votes, so there is a good interest on the questions. And now I pass to another question with 10 votes for the moment on topic 04, so the question will be for Juliana. Leveraging artificial intelligence, to which extent is this topic interested in creativity from the perspective of artists? Juliana, please.
Yes, thank you, Manuel. Thank you very much for this question. I'm very glad to be able to elaborate on this. This topic places a significant emphasis on the creativity angle from the perspective of artists and creative professionals. We believe this is not just limited to business and commercial innovation, although, of course, innovation and competitiveness are the overall aim of our program. The scope of the topic encourages crossroads to act as a crossroad of art, science, technology, innovation, and society. It references EU programs such as STARTS that demonstrated the benefit of involving artists and creatives in technological innovation. And furthermore, the topic text highlights the importance of involving representatives of the CCI. So artists, creatives, creative industries should be members of this consortium. So everything developed under this core topic should see creatives and artists as active actors.
Thank you, Juliana. As I mentioned in my brief intro speech, there are different calls. So far, we have addressed topics of the one stage call, and I see other topics, other questions on two stages. But first, we have the topic O2, which is exactly that, a two-stage topic. On topic O2, intangible cultural heritage, is it primarily focused on ICH in relation to climate change, or does it aim at a broader range of societal challenges? Topic number 2, so again, is for Juliana, please.
Yes, thank you again for this question. It's a very interesting one. Of course, climate change is an important dimension of this topic, but the scope of the topic is intentionally broader. So projects are expected to provide a comprehensive analysis of the role intangible cultural heritage can play in contemporary societal challenges, of which climate change is an important one, of course. So it is quite central, but the scope of the topic is not limited to climate change. The topic encourages proposals to explore intangible cultural heritage contribution to societal resilience more generally. I hope this answered the question.
Thank you. I hope so. So now we have next question that is on the same topic, number 2 of this two-stage call. Can you provide an in-depth definition of intangible cultural heritage? Please, Juliana, again.
Yes, thank you again. If you look at the topic text, including footnotes, we refer to the definition of intangible cultural heritage provided by UNESCO in the dedicated convention from 2003. And we open to the possibility to adopt a broader definition in case this is scientifically solid. So it's up to consortia if they want to expand on intangible cultural heritage beyond UNESCO's definition to provide evidence of the scientific solidity of this approach.
Thank you, Juliana. It's, I think, a message that Ricard said in his presentation, and likely I will say it later. It's important to read the work program, and that can include even the footnotes that you mentioned. So next question is not focused on a particular topic. It's more generic, so maybe I would invite any colleague who wishes to reply. Last year, there was a call aimed at belonging. I'm not sure I see it this year. Is there a good place to resubmit a project aiming at belonging? Probably Ricard might say a word about it.
Thank you. What I can say is that the Commission almost never, to my knowledge, repeat any call topic from one year to the other. If there is a place that you can resubmit the project, as it is, I would be surprised, to be honest, because the call topics are different. You probably need a different kind of proposal in order to have possibilities to be funded. This said, of course, if you have something that you think fit in one of the call topics that we are presenting today that opened this morning, you're of course welcome to submit it and have it evaluated by our experts. And if it is fulfilling the expected outcomes, etc., it will be given the appropriate score, and you will still be eligible. I hope it clarifies a little bit. Thank you.
I hope. Thanks, Ricard. Let's pass to next question that we see highlighted on the screen. We come back to topic number 2, Heritage O22 stage. What is the optimal number of partners? Juliana, please.
We cannot recommend a number of partners. Of course, proposals should be addressing the expected impact in a convincing way. That should be excellent, and they should demonstrate the quality of their implementation. So they should highlight a credible path towards achieving this the expected impacts. So in this sense, the consortia can be built in such a way that ensures excellent impact and quality of implementation.
Thank you for the answer, Juliana. We are passing to the next question, focus on topic number 4. So we finally changed topics. On topic 04, leveraging artificial intelligence, how should the list of areas under scope be interpreted? Is it examples or what proposals could, well, are there examples of proposals that could focus on? Topic number 4 is Juliana again, please.
Thank you very much again. Yes, indeed, these are indicative examples of the types of contributions that could achieve the impacts, the possible impacts that a proposed project could aim to achieve. This list is definitely not exhaustive and it's absolutely not prescriptive. It illustrates the ambitions of the topic and the range of possible interventions and focal points that could align to the expected impacts of the topic, but proposals can suggest a different approach provided it contributes to the expected impacts in a credible way.
Thank you, Juliana. I think next question is not okay. Now I see another question on topic 09. How is the promotion of EU culture and fundamental rights provided to policymakers in international relations fit into the rest of the call? Number 9, so again, we come back to Anna, who can reply online, please.
Yes, thank you, Manuel. Well, I'm not sure this question refers to number 9, but I could say that because number 9 is about the impact of culture and arts on health and well-being. Maybe what I could add that could answer the question is that well-being is in this call considered at both individual and community level, meaning that social cohesion and inclusion are also a very important part of this topic, and that indeed, the call has an international scope. For example, beneficiaries from third countries, legal entities from third countries are accepted as beneficiaries in this call as an exception. So all countries can participate as beneficiaries for this call. And the scope of the call refers also to crisis and humanitarian situations.
Thank you, Ana Maria, for your reply to this question. And now I read another question on the same topic, number 09. What evaluation is expected if the original intervention data isn't available? Is it okay to use only those with data available or unpublished data? Anna, please.
So this call refers to a CSA, a coordination and support action. And one of the aims of the CSA is indeed to analyze the research gaps in this field and also to put forward existing evidence that proves the beneficial effects of using culture and arts for well-being and health. There are ways of evaluation are not specified in the call, but of course it has to be solid evidence when certain studies are put forward for proving these effects.
Thank you for the answer. Let's see the next question that is kind of more fundamental nature. Could you clarify what you mean by culture? What is it included in this term? I look at my colleagues and all of them are able to reply. Juliana, please.
Thank you very much for this question. I'm afraid I should say that there is no universal definition of culture in the EU context. No fixed definition, of course. The EU approach to culture is shaped by legal texts, policy, and strategic frameworks that emphasize respect and for diversity, heritage, and creativity. The Treaty on the European Union, and I quote, refers to drawing inspiration from the cultural, religious, and humanist inheritance of Europe, and commits the EU to respect its cultural and linguistic diversity and ensure that Europe's cultural heritage is safeguarded and enhanced. If you want to know more about how the EU approaches culture, you can have a look at the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union, and in particular at Article 167. So the answer is the pillar of European culture, European approach to culture is respect and enhancement for cultural diversity.
And Ricard is wishing to complement the answer.
Thank you very much. I have the suspicion that this question may refer to the topic of the evolution of culture in a virtualizing world. And in this specific context, as in CAL topics, where the word culture is important for applicants, we usually provide a definition. And this is also the case in this particular CAL topic. In one of the footnotes, again, which, as Manuel said, are important to read, it's specified what definition you should use for culture in the scope of applications to this particular CAL topic.
Thank you, colleagues, for your comprehensive and interesting replies. In a technical event like an Info Day, we are even coming to the treaty, the treaties, the fundamental treaties of the European Union. Heritage 03, will the evaluators have more information about the tools that are being developed for the cloud? Will that influence the evaluation of proposals? Again, we come back to number 3, which is Ricard, who can reply, please. Thank you.
Thank you for this question, and which gives me an opportunity to clarify this situation. So, the expert evaluators, if they will have more information or not on what is being developed, or what will be developed under the tools project, this is something I don't know, and no one knows. But what I can say for sure, this will not influence the evaluation of the proposals. The proposals will only be evaluated against what is specified in the CAL topic, and in turn, in this CAL topic, referring to previous CAL topics, not towards information which is not known publicly to everyone. So just assured of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricard. Sometimes I like to use informal terms that there is not a hidden agenda. I mean, the Bible here, if I may say this term, is the work program, the published topics. Concerning long-term in the context of CAL 05, did you have a specific time frame in mind? The topic number 5, it's again Ricard, please.
Thanks for this question. And as if you read the CAL topic text, you can see that we are using the word long-term in order to mark that you should take aim to what will happen in the more distant future, not the immediate future, but we have not specified a specific time frame, if it is 10 years, 20 years, or whatever. So as we have not specified this time frame, it will be up to applicants to explain what they mean with the long term, and evaluators to assess this, of course. There's no exact number, but it should not be about the next couple of years. It should be in the longer term future.
Thanks, Ricard. We are heading towards the half time of our session, close to 30 minutes probably. We keep receiving interesting questions from you in the audience. Why were preparedness and security suddenly added in the last version of the call text Horizon CL2 07, Cultural Strategies for Peace? So topic number 7, Juliana can probably reply. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. We are referring to the official text of the work program that was published pre-published a few weeks ago, and it's official since yesterday. And this includes preparedness and security, and of course they are extremely relevant, being a new era for European defense and security, one of the priorities of the current European Commission.
Thank you, Juliana. Well, she just mentioned, and probably for those who are attending more than one session, you heard probably in previous sessions, the Work Program 2025 now is official. It's a official commission decision since yesterday, 14th of May. It's published on our website. I still see a question, and now next question to be replied. It's again about the two-stage topic, number 2. What is the optimal number of pilot cases? We heard about number of partners, and now we hear about number of pilot cases.
And I'm afraid the answer is the same. So there is no optimal number of pilot cases. When there is one, it is duly specified in the topic text. So you should choose your area of work and your pilot cases in such a way that it contributes to the expected outcomes in a credible and excellent way. There's no other answer to this question.
Thanks, Juliana. Questions keep coming. And now we touch another topic that likely I don't remember, maybe it's the first time we hear about number 8, how much the focus on heritage assets connected to colonial, totalitarian, and authoritarian regimes is important, since only one project is funded. Topic number 8, Anna online will reply. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the question. So this is again a CSA, a coordination and support action. This is why there is only one project funded, because the project will have the aim to coordinate research outcomes, research gaps in this area. And the topic refers to contested heritage and dissonant heritage, and also to complex historical challenges. And the calls refers to the colonial, totalitarian, and authoritarian regimes for this call. So this is actually the scope of the call, refers to the contested and dissonant heritage linked to this type of recent past. Thank you.
Thank you, Ana Maria, for your answer. Let's pass to next question, focus on topic number 4. So Juliana will reply the question about to what extent is research and development expected? Does R&D, research and development in the technical sense, is expected from projects, or is it only the policy, creativity, social sciences and humanities oriented? Juliana, please.
Against call topic number 4, we ask for research and innovation actions. So certainly research is central to this action, and creativity. One main issue of this action is highlight how creativity contributes to research and development in the area of AI. Then, as we mentioned before, there is a list of possible areas of work included within the scope that is not mandatory, it's not prescriptive, but can give an inspiration of what is expected. And projects are free to suggest an alternative approach that pursues the expected outcomes. It's a bit, I'm not sure I understood this question. So in case you are looking for a very specific answer, I kindly invite you to please submit a more specific question through the research inquiry service.
Thank you. Okay, we are always in the framework of a research and innovation framework program, Horizon Europe. So of course, research and innovation should be in one way or the other present. heritage number 2, so the two-stage topic will be again for Juliana. Is a comparative analysis of intangible cultural heritage potential for societal resilience on non-EU countries acceptable, pursuing the EU added value of the research and innovation action? Juliana, please.
Yes, again, thank you for your question. As you can see, the topic does not limit the analysis of intangible cultural heritage to intangible cultural heritage of Europe. So, of course, there are Horizon Europe rules for participation in project consortia, and that are valid for all project proposals. But the scope, the area of work of the projects can address anything that is relevant in the framework of this topic, of the scope of the topic.
Thank you, Juliana. Next question. I will read it and then we'll discuss later. Will there be a follow-up call in 2026 to the 2025 topic, leveraging artificial intelligence for creativity-driven innovation? Topic number 4. So the topic number 4 is for Juliana, but although I play the moderator role, I take the liberty to say that in principle we are discussing today the Info Day of 2025, and maybe we don't have the time or the opportunity to discuss what will happen next year. But Juliana, you can.
Of course, no, thank you very much, Manuel. This is exactly the case. We cannot anticipate the future. It would be nice to look into the future, but it's not a human capability yet. So, of course, I invite you to submit excellent proposals so that we can realize that there is that the scope of this call topic is valid and interesting for many qualified actors.
Yeah, the preparation of work programs is a long process. It's not secret that the Commission services have been working already for a while on the preparation, but we cannot say much more. Maybe because we even didn't know the answer. Can testing also focus on workflows, including also tools, platforms developed by EU projects preceding the cloud calls, e.g. Horizon 2020? And again, we come back to my colleague Ricard, who can reply probably.
Thank you, Manuel, and thank you, Eva, for your long series of good questions on the call topic for the European Collaborative Cloud for Cultural Heritage. So, what is important to keep in mind here is the scope and the intention of this call topic, which is to test the new cloud platform that we are establishing, including the tools and the features that it has. So, end-to-end testing of something which is not on this cloud would be out of scope under this call topic. This said, it may be possible, and I cannot say that would not be ineligible, somehow to include tools, workflows that have been developed on the Horizon 2020 projects, but for which the cloud platform is then used for the use cases. Perhaps, but the purpose of this call topic is clearly to use, test, improve the European Collaborative Cloud for Cultural Heritage. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricard, for your answer to the question. We come back to topic number 2. Do you expect projects on intangible heritage generally, or can sectorial approach be proposed? For example, oral transmission gastronomy. Juliana, please.
Thank you very much for this question, which is very interesting. If you look at the topic text, you will see that there is one expected outcome that is mandatory for all project proposals, and then there is a series of other expected outcomes, among which proposals can choose at least 2. The expected outcome that is common to all proposals is providing a multidimensional overview and assessment of intangible cultural heritage role in contemporary societal challenges, and a comprehensive analysis of intangible heritage potential for societal resilience, etc. In this respect, given that the proposal should contribute to the achievement of this multidimensional overview and comprehensive analysis, then proposals can choose the angle that allows them to achieve this expected outcome most effectively. So it really depends on how the proposal is structured. And again, the criteria are excellence, impact, and quality of implementation.
Thank you, Juliana. I am glad to see that after 40 minutes of session, we keep having questions with 9 or even more than 9 votes. So there is interest among the audience. Topic number 4, who do you consider as creatives and artists? Would, for example, archives and other institutions related to cultural heritage count as such? Topic number 4, Juliana will reply to your question.
Yes, thank you again for this question that allows us to give another precision, a specification related to the topic text. Throughout the topic text, we refer to CCI, a not so mysterious acronym as it is explained in a footnote. CCI are cultural and creative industries, but we provide in a footnote a definition by a European Parliament resolution from 2016. If you look at it, it covers galleries, libraries, archives, and cultural heritage. So the answer would be yes, provided, of course, that the proposal is sound and solid and contributes to the expected outcomes in a credible way.
Thank you, Juliana. Thank you for replies from colleagues. And now let's pass to topic number 3, the cloud again. Are use cases considering inclusion of people with disabilities interacting with the database? Are they considered as innovative use cases? Ricard, please.
Thank you, Manuel, and thanks for this question. Here, I cannot give a yes or no answer because whether the use case is a good use case or not will depend on the criteria it fulfills. Does it use a wide range of features, of important features of the cloud platform and its tools? Is it as something that will really be put in practice afterwards, etc. So you have to look into the call topic, the expected outcomes, the scope, and see if the use case that you have in mind with considering the inclusion of people with disabilities, does it fulfill what is expected here? So I cannot say this a yes or no answer to this. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question that appears on the screen is about topic number 5. What if culture in the proposal has no connection to cultural heritage, but only culture as a social cohesion and belonging? Number 5, Ricard, please. Maybe you can reply.
Yes, this may be a follow-up question on the definition of culture, I imagine, but I think I'm afraid that my answer will be the same. You have to relate to the definition of culture that we specify in this call topic, and it is a wide definition, so not limited to cultural heritage. So in principle, a proposal that is using let's say building around a concept of culture which is not directly connected to heritage would probably be eligible under this call topic. But please have a close look at the definition that we provide in the footnote, and this is what will be used by the evaluators when they look at your proposal and judge it. So this is what you should relate to and explain, if it's necessary, why you consider that your focus complies with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricard. Questions keep coming, and now we have another question on topic number 4. Is the expectation for projects to tackle artificial intelligence impact on IP, or is there scope for focusing on AI to innovate cultural and creative industries, market access, and discoverability? Topic number 4, Juliana will for sure reply.
Thank you very much. This topic foresees a list of 5 expected outcomes, out of which proposals should address at least 3. So it's up to proposals to focus on the expected outcome that is dealing with intellectual property and personality rights, which is what I understand is intended with IP, or to focus on another expected outcome, for example, the one focused on a fairer marketplace for the CCI. So it's definitely up to project consortia to choose their approach to this topic.
Thank you, Juliana. Next question is about topic number 3. Is there flexibility to include experimental forms of intangible digital heritage like software or code-based artworks as valid ECCH, the cloud use cases? Ricard, please.
Thanks again for this interesting question on this particular topic. And I would say in this case, yes, it clearly is. The definition of heritage of which the cloud should be used is very wide. So definitely it is possible to work on this kind of what is called here experimental forms of intangible heritage. This said, of course, as always, your proposal will be judged against the criteria of specified in the call topics, and as Julia has mentioned several times, excellence, impact, and quality of implementation. So you have to explain why your focus is delivering on these expected outcomes in the optimal or a very good way. But yes, this kind of focus would definitely be eligible. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricard. Next question, we remain in topic number 3 on the cloud. How to deliver the end-to-end testing through cascade funding with 15% to third parties or directly the consortium partners? Ricard, please, would you please reply?
Yes, thank you also for this question, and which also gives me an opportunity to underline the intention with allowing cascade funding under this call topic. So how you should deliver the end-to-end testing, it is up to your applicants, up to your design to explain this to the evaluators. So it could be probably the partners of the project will have the main role in doing this. But we decided to add the possibility to include cascade funding in order to give a greater flexibility to applicants. So it is only if, when you design your proposal, you think that including a cascade funding in your proposal will make it better, will make it stronger, will help to have a stronger, better impact, then you should use it. It is not an obligation in any case, and using cascade funding or not using it a priori will not influence the evaluation of the proposal. It's the entirety of the proposal which be evaluated. So I hope this is a little bit clearer now. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ricard. Okay, we are advancing in the sessions, and maybe I could already take the opportunity to say, forgive me that, or forgive us that in a certain moment we will need to pass to the concluding remarks of the session, but hopefully we still have 5 or a bit more minutes to reply to your questions. The next question is on topic number 02, intangible cultural heritage. What is the expected role of community engagement? Juliana, please.
Thank you very much. This is a very interesting question. Thank you for asking, and it's also a rather complex one. The call text emphasizes that proposals should not only study intangible cultural heritage from an academic perspective, but also actively involve the communities that bear the intangible heritage, that practice intangible heritage. And among the objectives of the call is also fostering intergenerational transmission and enlarging community engagement with intangible cultural heritage. So on the other hand, this is not a requirement specified by the topic as such, because intangible cultural heritage communities are free to decide if they are interested in research approaches and the extent to which they wish to engage with this. So it's not a requirement to involve communities, but the recommendation is to work as close as possible with communities to adopt participatory approaches as far as possible.
Thank you, Juliana. Still time for some questions. Now we focus on topic number 4. What should be the role of policymakers in this call? Do we need to include them as partners or just guarantee that they are informed in some way? Topic number 4, it's Juliana who will reply, please.
Thank you very much. This is an easy one. There is a requirement by the topic to involve actively CCIs, including artists, cultural heritage organizations, etc. The policy makers will be the recipients of the outcome of projects. So, of course, in the framework of dissemination activities, they should be a target, but there is absolutely no requirement to involve them as actors in the proposals.
Thank you, Juliana. Next question is about technology readiness levels. What is the TRL you expect for the technology developed in the context of this call? Not topic specified, so I think maybe
no,
it's a
heritage
question. Sorry, Juliana. My excuses.
Yeah, no, thank you. This was coming earlier on, so I noticed that. TRL is technology readiness level, and heritage number 4, leverage artificial intelligence for creativity-driven innovation, is a research and innovation action. And because of that, the TRL expected is low. So this is easy, and we reiterate the encouragement to not only look at the topic texts carefully, but also at annexes and basic texts of the Horizon Europe program.
Thank you, Juliana. I'm afraid we have time probably for 1 or 2 more questions. Next question is for topic number 5. In the call you mentioned proposals should choose a focus. The focus area is supposed to be a specific sector or specific virtual environment. Topic number 5, and Ricard probably can reply.
Thank you very much, Manuel, and thank for the anonymous person putting this question here. I think the mention in the call topic that proposals should choose a focus area is to make it absolutely clear that applicants are not expected to try to cover everything linked between culture and virtual worlds. So what is important here is that proposals should choose a focus that allows to go into depth and really achieve new knowledge and achieve the impact that is expected from this call topic. It is not defined, and it is up to the applicants to choose what focus to choose. It is not necessarily a specific sector or a specific virtual environment, but it could be. It could also be some kind of a cross-sectoral issue, or etc. So what kind of focus is totally up to applicants to define within the scope of this call topic, which is relatively wide.
Thank you, Ricard. And now I have a doubt, but as we have more than an hour break after us, This will be, I'm sorry, the last question to be replied before we pass to concluding remarks. Is a question again on the cloud number 3 topic. Can new tools be developed within the platform, or should we use the tools already created on the platform with specific use cases? The last question is for you, Ricard.
So thanks, Manuel, and I have the impression that we end the session then at the same point that we started it, with a question on if you can develop new tools under the cloud call topic of this year. My answer will be similar. The intention with this call topic is that projects should use the key features of the platform, including the tools that are being developed for the platform. The intention is not in a priori to develop new tools for this platform. But this said, if the end-to-end testing makes it evident that some kind of complement to the existing tools or features is necessary, that could, or even something that could be understood as an additional tool is needed in order for the platform to work seamlessly, to work for the use cases that are being tested on it, it would be within the scope of this call topic to provide such an additional addition to the, let's say, the existing tools or the platform.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ricard. Thanks to all our participants, the audience, for the impressive interest. I keep seeing questions coming to the screen, but unfortunately our time is limited. So let me conclude with just a few messages that I would like to pass you about our work program in the same way I gave an introduction. I would like to recall, for example, the paragraph on the work program about synergies. The Commission, the European Commission in general, encourages projects. Now we are on the proposal stage. In the future, the successful proposals will become projects. We encourage projects to reach synergies. When we speak about synergies, first of all, of course, we speak about funding. Reaching synergies, so you get complementary funding apart from Horizon with other European programs, such as European Social Fund, Erasmus, or ERDF, or others. Also funding synergies with national or regional programs. But synergies can also mean that the results and the solutions that your projects are achieving or will achieve in the future, see the take-up of those solutions in other European programs. And speaking of synergies and complementarities, you are always invited, your projects, to collaborate, to cooperate with other projects funded by Horizon or by other national and European programs. Another message I would like to quickly recall, probably you heard it in the intro speech from Director Hermans, the Cultural Compass. This is an initiative that is now being developed, hopefully to be adopted by the end of the year, hopefully together with a joint declaration by the 3 institutions, given the importance of this initiative that will provide guidance and help to harness the importance of culture on policy making, in general on the EU policy making. You will hear likely more and more about the Cultural Compass in the months to come. And finally, a couple of practical recommendations that likely you heard from Ricard in his video. Please, first, please read the work program. And this includes the introduction, because the introduction is where the Commission gives you the policy framework. What the Commission is working not only on cultural policy, also in other areas, because you need to also connect the dots and connect your projects on culture and cultural heritage with other areas. And also get familiar with the specificities, the special conditions of the topics, even exceptions in some cases. And second recommendation that Ricard also said, please don't wait to the last minute to submit your proposal. There can be always IT problems and nobody can be blamed if these problems come. The best solution for that is to submit your proposal in advance. Your chances to get good information didn't end here today in the Info Day. I hope we replied to your questions, but if there are still remaining doubts, for example, questions that remain open, you are invited to consult the frequently asked questions of the Commission website. You can also visit the Research Enquiry Service. And finally, we always rely on the excellent work that the national contact points are doing in their countries, in member states and beyond, associated and third countries. They are providing high quality advice for you to prepare your proposal, even to set up your consortium. So please rely on them. I think now we are really concluding. Thank you very much for the interest, for the intense participation. I have been seeing questions with 10 and more than 10 votes during the entire session. Thank you very much for the audience, for their interest, to my colleagues, Juliana, Ricard, and Anna online for their excellent answers and their collaboration. Thanks to my colleagues on the backstage who have ensured a good coordination and operation of this info session. With this, we conclude this session. Thank you very much for the interest. Good luck with your proposals and greetings from Brussels. Thank you.